Tell me about yourself, just a little bit, where you're from, your family, your education, experience, work, and political, because I know you do have some of that as well.
Right. So I have lived in Great Falls for over 40 years. I went to college at the University of Montana, married a Montana fella who was born and raised here in Great Falls. We moved from Missoula to the Great Falls area. I was lucky enough to get a job with the Forest Service, so I worked out of the Rocky Mountain Ranger District in the Choteau area for a number of years, and I did everything from thinning timber to marking trees for timber sales to campground cleanup to firefighting. And so I did a lot of work then in public information and firefighting. And then I became the public information officer for the forest and worked for the Forest Service total years 31. I ended my career at the Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center. And I was lucky enough to work with this wonderful community for many years to get the money raised so we could build the Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center, and then I had the privilege of actually managing it for 10 years. And then after that, when I retired, I was offered the opportunity to seek office, and so I became a Cascade County Commissioner for about 10 years. And so I took a hiatus, and then I saw things happening in the legislature that did not please me and did not make me feel like we were being fair to the people in our community, so I chose to run.
Yeah, and that kind of leads into my second question, and maybe if you could expand on that, why you're running for public office.
You know, I have no skin in the game. I'm a retiree. I don't own a business. There's nothing in this for Jane Weber. But all of us, hopefully, not everyone, has a roof over their heads. We do have an unhoused population in our community. But most people are either buying their homes, like I am doing with my husband, or renting. And what has happened recently in the 2023 legislature is the property tax structure has damaged and not been fair to folks who are buying their homes or renting. Those who rent, their rents go up because the owners of the property just raise the rents in order to actually cover the new property taxes. And it's just not fair. The regular people are being taxed out of their homes. Seniors on fixed incomes are having a very difficult time. And major corporations are getting huge tax breaks, and it's just not fair. And so because of that, I thought I could do something to help my neighborhood and to help the people in Montana. And that's really was the impetus for me to run for office. I just was frustrated.
Yeah. As far as the property taxes and the property tax relief and maybe trying to find that balance of property taxes versus enough money for essential services and stuff like that, do you have any ideas or any thoughts that if elected you could present that might help fix some of the issues that you're running?
Yeah, Tim, I'm glad you asked that question. You know, as a county commissioner, it really offended me when the 2023 legislature blamed the county commissioners and the city commissioners, saying that they were spending too much money at the local level for local government. They are hamstrung at our local level in order to be able to provide the services, and they are the boots on the ground that provide those services. So that is a scam. That is not true. And you probably noticed when you got your second bill in May, when the county commission actually lost their protest for not paying the extra tax or assessing the extra taxes, the county commissioners wrote right in your assessment and said, this is not our fault, this is the legislature's fault. So let me just say, the less than $700 rebate that we got is a joke. It costs us as taxpayers to get that rebate. And seniors have a tough time. They don't know what their geocode is. They don't have access to a computer. They get confused. There are many people in the state of Montana who have not even applied for the tax rebate. So here's the deal. We need fair taxes. We need taxes that are commensurate with what our property's values are. I understand that. But corporations, industrial developments, and mostly centrally assessed properties, and I'm aware of those because centrally assessed properties is something we dealt with at the county level, and those are properties that cover more than one county line. So underground pipelines, railroads, dams, those kinds of things. They are not being charged properly. And if we just charge them the right amount of taxes for the values of their properties, we might even be able to lower the property taxes for homeowners. We got to make it fair, and we've got to make it so regular people can live in their homes and be able to afford it.
Okay. So property tax is obviously a big key issue for you. What are some other issues or maybe another issue that you think is facing the 2025 legislature, I guess, that needs to be addressed?
So I'm going to tell you that I'm talking to people about public education. Public education levels the playing field for all children. I don't care if you live in a mansion or you live in an apartment with 15 other people crowded into the place. Every child gets the same opportunity to succeed. And the educators in our classroom and our paras are not getting a livable wage, especially starting teachers. A starting educator in Montana, and I want to make myself clear, in Montana, not just in the Great Falls Public Schools, in Montana, they are almost at the very bottom of the pay scale when you compare us to 50 states. I talked to a woman on the door who has a teaching certificate. She's a young woman. She has a young family. She obviously was very good with her children. I could see that just standing on her doorstep. She wanted to teach. She actually got a job offer here in the Great Falls Public Schools. She looked into the salary and to the benefits and the cost of the benefits. She could not make a go of it. And so she's actually not using the educational degree that she has and loves because she can't afford to teach. That is not right. I'm also learning about teachers that teach maybe 8 years, some as low as 5 years. And they see that they're not going to progress with a salary increase over the years. They get out of the business, they leave the profession entirely, and they go to another profession. And then there are those wonderful teachers that have had maybe 15 years of teaching in our school districts, and they go to Nevada or to another state where they can make much more money. They finish out their teaching degree in another state, and then they come back to Montana to retire. We can't afford to lose good teachers, and we need to be able to recruit good teachers, and that's a problem. So the formula for school funding definitely needs to be looked at again. It is just not keeping pace with inflation, and it's outdated.
Okay. Jane, how would you prioritize allocating money when the state has a budget surplus?
I would look at public education first. I would also, when we're looking at the property taxes, I would look at seeing whether we can help out, especially seniors on fixed incomes, for how they can have their property taxes fixed. It's just we've got over a $2 billion surplus in the state coffers currently. And what are we doing? We're sitting on it. We are not helping the economy of this state. The legislature can do better, and the Montanans in our state deserve better than that.
Okay. Another thing that a lot of people talk about is, the divisiveness between Republicans and Democrats. What would you do? What do you think you can offer to maybe bring both sides together on legislation and just some civility?
Well, I'm going to tell you, Tim, that when I'm knocking doors, property taxes is a major issue, and it doesn't matter whether you're a Democrat or a Republican. Every homeowner, every renter is frustrated by that. I think that's an issue that we can bring both parties together because the Republican Party is already concerned about it. The governor's already concerned about it. We can bring a solution to that. We need to talk to each other. I don't intend, if elected by the constituents in my House district, I do not intend to sit on my side of the aisle and not talk to the other side. We need to do that. We need to work together. You know, one thing that really bothers me is that Medicaid expansion is going to be up in 2025 for renewal. And I totally support renewal of Medicaid expansion. I also support taking away the sunset clause, which means we have to renew it every 5 years. I call it a boots and suspenders kind of option that the legislature's put in place, because if the formula changes on the federal contribution to the state of Montana for the match, we automatically have to review it in the state legislature. So why are we making us renew it every 5 years if that formula doesn't change? It's a hot topic. And I just want to say that when I'm talking to people on the doors, people that need Medicaid expansion are working people. They're either working 2, maybe even 3 part-time jobs. They're not even offered health insurance because their employer is not required to do that. Some of them work a low-end job and it's a 40-hour-a-week job, but the cost of the insurance, the premium payments are so high, and they don't make a good salary. They can't afford the premium payments, and the deductibles are usually very high too. So they take that risk of not having health insurance. People need to be able to go to the doctor when they're sick and take their children to the pediatrician when they're sick. Can you imagine how a parent must feel if they've got a sick child and they go, oh, I don't think we can go because I don't know if we can pay a bill. We've got to be able to have people that can actually take their children to the doctor. And Medicaid expansion is one way for working people to be able to have health care insurance. And over 90% of the people who are on Medicaid expansion work. It's a total, I'll say it's a fib when they say that people are just working the system and they're on Medicaid expansion and they sit at home and watch television. No, over 90% of the people that are on Medicaid expansion work.
Okay. Jane, anything else that you can add that maybe we didn't touch on that you'd like to bring up to the forefront?
Well, you know, House District 19, I like to say it's the heart of Great Falls. From north and south, it goes from the river all the way to 10th Avenue South. And east and west, it goes west from about the Civic Center, and on the south side it goes up to 20th. So it includes the Housing Authority, which I have knocked and found many wonderful people in the Housing Authority. So up to 20th there. Then on the north side, it only goes to 15th. I want to be able to represent not only the people who live in House District 19, but the people who work in House District 19, because the heart of downtown Great Falls is in House District 19. And city government and zoning and counting impacts our businesses, and I want to be very supportive of the businesses in our community. So I would ask for your vote respectfully, and so vote Jane Weber, House District 19 in November when you get your ballot. Thank you.